Yep, wicked. Right, I'll cut to the chase, so to speak. I'm going to turn police off because we don't want them in this one. Right, okay. Yeah, I can hear that. Right, so, I think now...
Alright, just want to make sure the game audio is not too loud.
Not on my end.
Okay, cool.
Presume everything's all good to go. I mean, I'm good to go.
Okay,
Yeah, all good.
are we good for time, for starting time?
I think so. Right, well, we'll get started. We'll faff about, we'll talk about the run as we go. So, ready on time? 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off.
And we're off. Right, okay, so the main idea of this category is called All Timmy Vermicellis. And basically in each city there are 10 of these characters that wear a Hawaiian t-shirt and jeans. Now for those that don't know or are unaware, so back in the late 90s, early 2000s, DMA Design, I believe it is now known as Rockstar, that made the Grand Theft Auto series, well, let's just say they had some competition. In 1999, Reflections made a game called Driv3r, or Driv3r You Are the Wheelman if you played the United States version, or US version, NTSC, whatever you want to call it. And long story short, that game did like huge cities, that sort of thing, and well, let's just say this. So Grand Theft Auto at the time was doing top-down approaches. Driv3r was doing the 3D approach, and the size of the cities as well compared to what GTA was doing was ridiculous. It was absolutely, like, ridiculous. So these guys show up. One particular is here. So we get rid of him, as we see. There you go. And there's 10 of these.
These it even gives you a little, just telling you who it is as well.
That's it, yeah. all good fun.
Nice little collectible.
So the main reason why they're called Timmy Vermicellis is the fact that in 2001, which was when Grand Theft Auto 3 released, there was like a mini feud in a way. It was like a mini troll feud, I guess. And basically, because Rockstar had made Grand Theft Auto, it was doing top-down approach and all the rest of it. Driv3r was like, aha, we beat you to the 3D approach, which they had. Now, the next thing that comes after that was Grand Theft Auto 3, released in 2001, a year after Driv3r 2 released. That was Grand Theft Auto's first expedition into the 3D universe, if you can call it that. As such, they created a character called Claude Speed. In that particular game, they decided, Rockstar thought it would be a good idea, or funny idea, to create a character by the name of Tanner. And Tanner, apparently, according to this, had a really silly animation, running animation that he did in Driv3r 2. So in Grand Theft Auto 3, I think it was like 2-bit Tanner or something they called it. Or something nice, we got that first try. So in 2-bit Tanner, there's a character that runs down the stairs and he has this really weird run. And to put a long story short, that was Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar's version, taking the mick out of Driv3r. It's like, you've got bad running animation, we've got to take the mick. So anyway, fast forward about another year, Grand Theft Auto Vice City releases 2002. Obviously, a lot of people may remember that game. The game was set in the 80s and everything. Had a main character called Tommy Vercetti, and Tommy Vercetti has a blue Hawaiian top, I think it is, and jeans and everything. And basically, what this is supposed to be a rip-off of that. That's why it's called Timmy Vermicelli, because obviously they can't get into copyright trouble if you name it something different, apparently. So yeah, all good fun with that one. So anyway, so they were like, okay, we're going to do this. But Driv3r 3 went one step further. You may notice on his arm he's got armbands. That's because in the first 2 Grand Theft Auto games, 3D Grand Theft Auto games, so Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City, the main character couldn't swim. He was known for just, if he hit water, he would be dead, basically. There was no way around it. I mean, why the hell you make a character that can't swim, I do not know, but it seemed to be a very popular thing back in the day. So because of that, it was like, right, okay, so he's got armbands on, which is basically, again, I think it's quite funny. At this point, it's like trolling. So you may notice as well there, we reset straight away, and that is to make us get close to the next Timmy Vermicelli that we have to kill. There are 10 in each city. The cities are Miami, Nice, and Istanbul. And they're all located in various different places. There is actually another category for Driv3r, which came about as well, which is all bonus cars or all secret cars, I think it is. That category takes about 10-15 minutes, give or take, but there's not really much to that. That is literally just finding cars and not thinking about anything else. So you may notice as well, we're using the motorbike or the superbike, whatever. That is mainly because of the fact that, well, get rid of it. There we go. Is that, well, it's the fastest bike, basically. Also, change to grenade launcher. Now, it's worth noting, actually. So the record for this is 2040, I think, something like that, for all cities. The guy that's got the record is a guy called Mythiki. I had a quick look at his SRC profile. Turns out he runs GTA games. So why was I not surprised he was good at this one?
They're quite similar, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah, very, very similar. But one of the things that he does in that run, something that I don't do for the sake of playing it safe, and obviously for marathon's sake, is he can use like whatever. Yeah, he can use whichever he wants, whichever weapon he uses. Also. Glitchy falling physics, there you go. Hey presto. Let's make sure I get the right one. There we go. And
I
also
do
this
like
is
the
what
way
I mean.
ragdolls.
That's what I was going to say, the broken animation. You can see he couldn't get on the bike properly for some reason. In a Grand Theft Auto game, that probably wouldn't happen that much, but...
Well, I mean, what about the remix of the originals?
Oh, yeah. Maybe in that one, yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, the thing is as well with Driv3r is, like I said, when it released in 2004, you've got to bear in mind that this released the same year as Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and that was seen as, at the time, it still is to a lot of people, seen as one of the best games in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. Maybe I'll get this guy, would be great. There we go, we got him. So we got 8 out of 10. So the next one is, if I can remember where he is, he's in the stadium. And then one of them is near a go-kart track, because that turns out is one of the secret vehicles in Miami. So the idea with the Timmy Vermicelli as well, the ideal way you want to do it is to, well, A, not die because it'll knock you back quite a fair bit, and B, make sure you don't destroy your vehicle. I'm playing it safe for the most part, hiding behind walls and things when I can, but there will be times where I may just like straight up, you know, bomb straight in and like with full guns blazing. But yeah, so in like I said, 2004 this went up against San Andreas, and when this released, for those that are unaware, there was a scandal regarding this game called Drivergate. And
Drivergate, they called it that?
They actually did, yeah. So it's like Driv3r Gate or something, you know, with the Driv3r bit. But the main story of the scandal was that the reviewers, I think it was Xbox World and PlayStation Magazine, got a early version of the game, and the game was really busted. And Atari actually paid them off to give them really good reviews. Give the game like 9 out of 10 reviews to make it sell well and to go up against Grand Theft Auto and go, yeah, we've made this fantastic game. And then the game released. And so when the game comes out, it's 2004, game's just released, immediately gets sale bombed because everyone's like, what the hell were they smoking? You know, sort of thing.
And then and eventually get revealed that they...
well, this is it. There was no like proper... Basically, there was no truth in it. And it came out, I can't remember how long ago, but it came out, I think it was about 2-3 years ago. Well, not 2-3 years after, so like 06, 07. Yeah, it turns out Atari then confessed and was like, yeah, we paid people off and things like that. And there was people that came forward from Xbox Magazine and PlayStation Magazine, or Xbox World, whatever it was.
They must have been destroyed.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that was the whole reason, one of the sole reasons I think that Atari went bankrupt in the 2000s because of that. And you think the ET thing was like the main one, but it wasn't. This actually, I can't remember how much money they lost, but it was a lot. Also, we were on side on because it's actually faster than walking straight for some reason.
Oh, have they done the thing where like you get the boost from both directions?
That's it. That is first. Oh, that's. I think it was a PB. Nice.
Wait, really? PB?
I think so. Yeah. So off to Nice. We're off to France now. Which, surprise, surprise, a lot of the cars here you'll notice as well. The vehicle selection, bar the motorbike, everything changes. There's only like 1 or 2 in particular. So can I get him? There we go, we got him. I was gonna say, it'll take a while, but he'll get there. So one of the main things that I used to love doing on these in particular is right where you start for this is like a little ramp, and I used to love just playing this and just launching the cars off the ramp and just destroying them all the time. It was always good fun. There's a funny story I have about this, to be fair. So I think at the time, so this released in 04, so I would only been about, what, 7-ish, maybe 8. And yeah, my mum bought it me even though it was a 16 plus, which is not something that gets used too often in games these days, I noticed. It's either like a 15 or an 18, there's no 16 plus anymore.
16? Huh.
Not often that I've seen it.
That's not a PEGI rating. Maybe it was it like rated by BBFC, the British Football Board?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But what was interesting was the fact that my mum was like, oh, you can't get that, it's a 16 plus, and I'm like, it's Driv3r, it's not that violent. And then I played it, I was like, oh god. Didn't realise, there's no like nudity or anything like that in it. But, you know, because it being like a GTA clone, just dumbed down a bit.
So the original Drivers were nothing?
Well, it is the funny thing, I would put the original Driv3r games down as 3 plus, because they're just driving. No, I generally would. But if you look on the PlayStation covers, they're 15 plus and above.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know. I think it's mainly the cutscenes, not that they're that good of quality anyway,
Right,
but you know, being PS1 standards. Also, yeah, we have to climb all the way up here just for this guy. There you go. Okay, so we've dealt with him. There'll be a lot of times as well, you'll notice, where we'll cut to the main menu and we'll basically be respawning somewhere else, or restarting. And the reason being for this is that if we were to restart from where we currently are and then go across town, it's pointless. Sometimes you have to do that, sometimes you have to get them, but for example, there is this one and the last one, where the Timmys are literally like this, where they're like, yeah, they're literally right offshore basically. You can't get to them that easy. There we go. And off we go again to get to the next one. Here we go. So in this one, we're going to kill this one up here, which is right near a church. And then what we're going to do is we're going to restart, and we're going to turn around and go back the other way. And I think we're going to kill like another 2 or 3, something like that. But yeah, like I said, for the most part, it's kind of like run and gun, that sort of thing. Also, if he starts walking towards you as well, and he starts to shoot you, that's actually a good thing, because he doesn't like do anything. He just walks towards you and shoots you, so you can just keep your aim on him for way easier. Also, the traffic might decide to try and kill me in a second. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I did notice the interesting pop-in.
Go on.
Just like you see that cars just pop in right in front of you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's normal, right? I mean, this is like 2004, so it shouldn't be like literally like 10 feet in front. It should be about 100 feet away. So the Driv3r series isn't really. Oh god, that was close. The Driv3r series isn't really going anywhere at the moment. So for those that are unaware, so Driv3r 1 and 2 came out in 1999 and 2000 respectively. Then came this in 2004. We then got in my opinion, a better done GTA clone with Driv3r Parallel Lines, which followed the story of a different character entirely. There was a spin-off called Driv3r 76, which was like a prequel to Driv3r Parallel Lines. And I'm trying to think what's the other one. And then the last one, and the main one in the series, was Driv3r San Francisco.
Ah, yeah, that rings a bell actually.
Where he's in a coma or something. I can't remember at the time, but yeah. Because apparently it was like, we've run out of ideas, sorry, let's just put him in a coma, and we'll call that a story. But yeah, I mean, the series is still going quite strong. The Driv3r community itself, I think it's Driv3r Madness, something like that, has basically its own Discord server, I mean, like a lot of communities do. And there's a Driv3r speedrunning server, but one of the main things that comes between the two of them is it's like, you've got, I think it's, so there's, after Driv3r Parallel Lines and Driv3r San Francisco, I mean, there was a fair bit else going on, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. So there we go.
I can see that the most recent driver game was unfortunately a free-to-play mobile game.
Yeah, there was. I think it was Driver Undercover or something. I can't remember the name of it.
It's called Driver Speedboat Paradise.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's the one we don't talk about. Well, that's like one of them spin-offs that we don't talk about.
I see. I'll wipe that from my memory.
No. I mean, one of the things is as well is that I'm trying to. I was speaking to someone the other day about. I think it was actually Broken High Point, the person who donated before, about getting. I think it was Driver Undercover or LA Undercover or something, which is a Java mobile game. Trying to get that to it so I can run that as well as the Speedboat Paradise one and stuff like that. And it might seem like I'm a bit mad for doing it, but I'm like, I want to speedrun them all. Like, you know, I don't want to just like speedrun the main ones, the ones that are easy to emulate. No, I want to speedrun the really obscure ones. Let's go for the full Monty. But yeah, we'll say, ooh, that was close. Yeah, the wrong way. So there is one of these Timmy guys is he's in this compound down here. Now there's two ways in, and one of the best ways of getting in is this. Yep. I can just jump off my bike like that, and he's in this box here. So for some reason, that's never happened before. He's never got out of his box. He usually stays in the box. He must have learned how to glitch. Ooh. So that's 9 out of 10. We've got one more to go. Luckily, he's just in a cave on his own. I don't know why they just randomly plonked him here, and this is the easiest way to get to him. There's no other way of getting to him. So yeah. And then once we've done that, we are off to Istanbul, which for those that are unaware is in. Might be out after. Okay. There we go. I killed him before my boat blew up. Thank God.
Okay. If you keep it online for too long, does it just blow up?
Well, you get, so I think when your car's on fire, you get something like maybe 5 seconds, maybe 6 seconds. So the fact that it was on fire, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be close. But not too bad. So now we move to Istanbul. So the fastest way of getting around Istanbul is via this sports bike. We don't have any sort of motorbike, which is a bit of a shame. So nice physics and nice glitching too. So we're actually going to shoot up here to get him to come forward. There we go. There we go. So we got one down. So now I need to remember where to go for the next one, which I think is there. Yeah, okay, it's fine. I remembered where it was. Phew.
Apparently you have said the line.
I said the line. What was the line?
Maybe that's never happened before, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh, that line, yes, very much so. I think everyone said that. It's like, oh my God, he said the line. So funny thing is, in practice, I've never been hit by that, but yet when I literally tried it, like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, I got hit on that road with a car. So here's one in particular. So this guy loves to not want to stay still. He just doesn't move properly. So sometimes the easiest way to kill him is through, I think it's through, what is it? Through, like, you can just shoot through the window for some odd reason. Yeah, so there's not, like I said, there's no motorbike here. Sorry, no super bike here. We've got like a sports bike of some kind. But yeah, any questions at all? Anything you can think of?
I mean, in general, there's quite a lot of just minor glitches you can see here and there. I think I saw a bush just kind of clipped into a wall at some point.
Well, that's one thing I'm hoping he might show, but he might not. So one of the things in this game, in particular, is you can get zombie Timmys. Now this sounds, it's a bug mainly, which is when I've shot one of these Timmy Vermicellis, there's a chance, not a big chance, but a small chance, that he can glitch and just randomly get up and start killing you again, even though he's clearly dead.
Is he still counted as dead by the game?
He's still counted as dead, but he can still kill you because he doesn't die. Like, the game shows that he's died. Right, so he's dead now. Yeah. He might get back up, but when he gets back up, I don't know. If he gets back up, I don't know. So I didn't want to get off my bike. I wanted to stay on my bike. So in this one in particular, we've got 3 Timmys that we need to get from the same spawn point. So that first one was in a underground bar. The second one is in Turkish baths somewhere. And the third one is actually in our own safe house. So I thought this was quite crafty how they got him in there. But basically you have, so the game is, so we're doing this through the game's free roam mode, but in the actual game it's often like a case of you need to go back to your safe house, and when you do go back to your safe house you can usually get health and things like that. But yeah, for some reason it's like, we could do, but we're not gonna tell you he's there, because I think there was one point where when I was playing this game casually, not on stream as far as I'm aware, just when I used to play it casually, I always used to hear someone shooting at me, but I could never figure it out. Behold the strategy guide that tells you where all these guys are, and it's like, aha. And now I know where he is, but should you play it casually, you'll probably never know he's here. You'll just wonder why there's some random shooting going on for some reason. So this is our safe house.
Oh, so the random shooting is all because of, right?
Yeah. So when you start, if you go to your safe house, which is here, in this room here, so this is our safe house. If you shoot that out the way, go through this door, he's there. Supposedly, you can do other stuff as well, but I don't know. So our next one will involve, if I can get it, jumping mechanics, jumping physics. So I don't know if I'll get it, but I might be able to. There we go.
These are incredibly stable and not janky in any way.
Well, that's it. It's like, to get it, it seems it's pretty tricky.
Oh.
But he'll try.
I just saw how the animation freezes.
That's it. Yeah, it just stops.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, right. And there we go. We got it.
That's unlucky.
So I accidentally fell off off into the sea the other day during practice, and what ends up happening is it turns out the sea just stops for no reason. You just fall through into the void. I don't know why.
Okay.
If you're on a boat, which we are now, you won't fall through it. But for some reason, I jumped into the water and it just went boom, as if I was in the water, and he just fell. And I'm like, interesting.
So I'm guessing that doesn't usually happen.
No.
Okay.
By a long
Just a
shot,
little
that never
quirk.
happens. But yeah, it's all good fun. Yeah, so this is another one as well. Like, we have to take the boat to get there, mainly because of the fact that you could start in the city and drive there, but probably wouldn't do any good. Probably take way too long. Also, fun fact, this boat can get stuck on the bridge sometimes if you're that unlucky. Luckily, it's not happened for a while. I don't know. It's kind of, it just seems to want to do that at times for some reason. Okay, so there you go, Zombie Timmy. Here he goes.
Hey.
So he's dead, but he's
Look
actually
up.
alive. Oh god. He nearly killed me then, Zombie Timmy. Okay, so
What's the most amount of zombie Timmys you've had in one run?
2, I think.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a very slim chance, but I don't think I've had any more than that.
I'm glad that it happened here.
No, exactly. We got one on camera, so that's good. So we've got one left after this. So just be aware on the time that if I can get him, the next one will be the last, and that will be time as well. So I'll let you know. Just give me about 40 seconds, I'd say, give or take. 30, 40 seconds, something like that. And we're going to have one more, and luckily as well. So you've got the music right now, you can hear. But in the game, the last one is in a disco, so you'll hear in a second now. Should hear it now. There you go.
Oh, yeah,
It's just some like generic beat. And it gets louder and louder and louder. Yeah, if ready on time, we'll be in a minute when I kill him. And time. Nice, not bad. I don't know if that was PB, but might have been. So just to quickly mention as well what all these Timmys do when you kill all 10 of them in each city. So between the 3 cities you'll unlock an exclusive mode. So in Miami you get 18-wheeler anarchy mode, which basically if you got cops on and this mode enabled, all hell breaks loose. But basically the Timmys actually drive these big 18-wheeler trucks. It's mainly the rig, and they come at you at light speed and they try and kill you and all the rest of it. In Nice, you get fugitive mode, which basically gives everybody a gun and they're all trying to kill you as well as each other, so it just goes chaotic. Istanbul basically has infinite mass mode as well. which is really good fun, especially when you're on a little bike and you can just smash through anything, smash a bus off the road as a bike. But yeah, well that's like I said, that's Driv3r. Feel free to give this a try for yourself. There is also, as I said, the all secret cars, and as well if you want to cover the actual game itself, there is the any %, which is the undercover mode. I have not mentioned much about that, but yeah, there is like a full speed run, which is about an hour and a half, give or take. But yeah, I think that's just about it from my side. So
All right, thank you very much.
no problem.
All right, we'll switch over to the next run shortly. We're gonna have a small break, and then we'll be back. And this time, I very much hope that it's a small break.